Alright, hey everyone. I wanted to talk about these knives. As you can tell from the title, they are the number 15 boy's knife from Great Eastern Cutlery. It's a pretty compact traditional knife. There are no locks on these knives, and they're just small little light use traditional knives. All of them are in 1095, I believe. They patina, they show wear. They're great little blades. They make a nice companion to your main tactical blade, or whatever. They pair nicely with each other, right there. So instead of taking this giant knife out in public, I can pull out something small like this and nobody will even bat an eye. Versus something if I take like a Raja 2 out, everyone's going to be scared. Currently I have these three, and there are a couple more different variations that I could have gotten that I have not right now. One is the Northwoods, also produced by Great Eastern Cutlery, but it is called the Broadway Jack. It's got the same blade style as a Fremont Jack, which I'll show you in a sec. Alright, so the Broadway, coming back from where I last left off, the 15 has the Fremont Jack's blade, the Broadway Jack. So look kinda like that, except smaller and more proportionate. So it'd have the Fremont Jack's blade essentially, or the Northwoods blade. And that came in for a special Facebook group that I'm actually a part of. I just didn't get to buy it because there were some mishaps with orders and people didn't reserve one, and I didn't have enough money at the time. But Derek from Knife Ship Free, great job, man. He, just to take on this order, it was amazing. But I will get one in the future. People flip them all the time, which is kind of annoying as well. But moving back to these, which are the Great Eastern Cutlery ones. This is the Titty Ute, which is the low user model. There's no logo on the blade. It's more of a satin, and this one actually has two blades. I've got most of the configurations just between these three knives. I'm only missing about 3 blade styles, I believe. Well, 4 if you include that Northwoods, but that's a little different. The Northwoods also has this easy open hole, which I will explain in a minute. But this got the little pen blade, so you can keep that sharp, and the main blade. But this is one of the lower end ones. I really like it. I use this a lot. It's got the clip point, which is very nice. I wish I had the easy open like some of the higher ends, but that's just a personal preference. This works just fine. You can see some slight patina and scratches, a little bit of rust on there. It is a traditional knife, and it comes in that 1095. Works very well. See the backspace. It has half stops on both the blades. They aren't perfect. This one's got a little bit of back spring sticking out, and this one also has a little bit of back spring that sticks out. That's alright. This is the rust red jig bone, I believe. Very nice. I didn't like jig bone until I actually got some between these two. And yeah, it's a good knife. Next up is one of their Titty Utes, which, wait a second, is that also no? Titty Ute is also part of their lower end, I believe. Unexcelled is like the next step up, which I don't know. Actually, let's scratch that. They're just different categorizations. This is in the blood orange bone, I believe, camel bone. It's got this hot dog shield, and it's got the sheep's foot blade. It's got the long pole, slight little swedge up there. It's got a very good half stop. It's just about flush. And this is the Beer Scout, so it's got the cap lifter. Some of them actually had shields that say Beer Scout on them. I didn't really like that. I opted for the one with just standard bone. This also has the bail on here. But put a little lanyard on there. So it's got the flat head up there and the cap lifter. And this one's spring is amazingly stiff. So I'd probably rate that at about a 7.5 to 8 on the pull scale, with the main blade being at about a 6. It's got a fairly light pull on that, which is what the boys' knives are supposed to have. It's supposed to be for teenagers, younger guys that are just getting their first knives. This one had about a 5.5 to 6 on the pull scale, and this one also has about a 5.5 to 6 on the pull scale. This guy's got like a 7.5 to 8, yeah, right there. Just that tool, and it's got actually a smaller spring in there, well, not as wide. I mean, it could be thicker this dimension on the knife, but as for width, it's actually a little tiny bit smaller, if any, actually. So yeah, I know that on this one, the one spring is very small in comparison to the other. The main blade's on this side and the secondary blade's on that side, the little pen knife. That's why I thought that would be the same, but I guess not. Whatever. I've been EDCing I EDC'd this for a few months, and then I EDC'd this one for a couple weeks now. Just got it in not too long ago. I like it. It actually came with a little leather lanyard that you can clip on there. I'm not really sure if the orange ones were the only ones to get that, but I haven't seen any other Beer Scout to get them aside from just the orange bone ones. So I don't know. And lastly is one of the more sought after knives. It's got the Tom's Choice configuration, which is basically just this long bolster that says TC on them. This one's got the standard spear blade, which is very similar to a Victorinox's. And they're actually about the same size. It's kind of funny. This one says Genuine Barlow on the blade. It's faded over time as I've cut stuff with it and repolished the blade, because I like this blade in particular polished in comparison to any of my other knives. The half stop is immaculate. It's completely flush. And same with the close position. This one actually has a very low pull. I'd say 4.5 to 5. Actually, I'm gonna say solid 5. It's got a very light pull, but not as light as it could be. I put my own little Lansky edge on there. All these knives come very dull. That's just how they come from Great Eastern. They're just very dull knives. Or they don't sharpen them well, I guess. Oh, the easy open notch. I forgot to explain that. The easy open notch, it's just this little notch here in the handle so you can easily come in with your fingers and grab the blade there and pull it open. Then grab the rest of the blade and pull it open from there. but that's what the Broadway jack has, along with the white bone, black bone, orange bone. I don't think they did blue, but they also did just undyed bone. But there were only 20 of the undyed bones without the SJP on there. SJP is slip joint paradigm, or however that's pronounced. It's a Facebook group. Yeah, it's a pretty great little knife. I like it a lot. It's just a little ramble on this thing. I need to strap this guy up actually. It's getting a little not as sharp as it could be. Yeah. And these guys just get carried deep in the pocket, or I have the slip cases that I can put them in. That's what this one resides in all the time. This is a knife ship free one that if you sign up for his email letter, you got something for free. I think now he's doing paracord bracelets, but before is these little slip case. This one I just let float around in pocket. This one I'll let float around, or I'll put it in here, which is the little Hanks by Hank pocket caddy. I don't carry this every day. I carry it every once in a while. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.